everybody, this is Ashley Lambert and I am finally home. It has to be almost 7 o'clock and thank goodness it's still daylight outside, but today has been very exhausting. I have been negotiating buyer's offers, I have attended an inspection, I drove 45 minutes to a listing appointment, then came back to get a short sale contract signed. So it's been very busy. I have a lot to talk about, but the very first and the most important thing I want to discuss is this NACA program that I've been talking about on Facebook and Twitter. If you follow me and if you're my friend, you probably just heard me going on and on and on about America's best mortgage. And before I even started talking about it, I was researching the program. There really aren't other agents to talk to about the program because a lot of agents aren't using the program. But I was doing a lot of research and it's pretty legit. And it's so legit that Reggie and I are using the program to buy our home, which says a lot because sometimes agents will have these people and these programs that they hear is a good deal and they wouldn't touch it with a yardstick, you know, or use it for their own personal usage at all. So the NACA program is real. It's awesome. It is just great. Like today the interest rate is 4%, which is way below the 4.8 and the 4.75 and things like that I've seen with other banks today. Last Thursday and Friday it was 3.875, which is amazing. An interest rate that low will save you thousands. And if you don't believe me, I would love for you to go on Zillow.com and find a mortgage calculator. I want you to play around with it. I want you to type in $200,000 and do an interest rate of, 5.75 or 4.875 and compare that to just a 4% mortgage. You're going to be saving hundreds a month, thousands a year in just interest alone. Okay, so there's no really high interest, there's no down payment. So FHA is great, conventional is great. However, what's better than not bringing any money to closing? So 0% down payment, and this is a conventional 30-year fixed. And there's no PMI, so that saves you a couple $100 there. So it's just all these savings, and there's no junk fees, no loan origination, no weird expediting FedEx fees from the attorney, no weird fees. And it's just a really, really good mortgage program. It's so good, in fact, that whenever I do my buyers consultations now, I'm actually sharing this information with my buyers. I will give you a warning and a disclaimer, and this is from personal experience. Gathering the information is a pain in the butt. Pain. Unless you have worked the same job, never been divorced, never had a missed payment. I don't know, unless you're like perfect, this is going to be a pain in the butt. So take someone like me who is self-employed. I do consulting work. I'm a clinical analyst. And a realtor, of course. So I get money from all these little pockets, and it's so hard to get all that information together. It's been a journey. It's not easy. But if you were going to get a traditional loan, you would have to gather the same paperwork. It's just hard for me because my life is just different. So anyway, you still have to gather all this paperwork, but it's worth it. I mean, I was sitting there in the NACA office for 2 hours sometime last week with Reggie, and it was a 2-hour appointment. Now, if we went to Wells Fargo, we could have got approved in 20-30 minutes and walked out with a pre-qual letter. But these people really want to make sure that they don't give you just a pre-qual letter. They want to make sure you're completely approved first and foremost, and it's worth it. I mean, if they have to enter in the same thing 4 or 5 times, it's worth it, because in the long run, Reggie and I are paying less, for our house it's just going to be ridiculous. We're saving, we're living uptown now. We'll be saving about $400 or $500 a month off of what we're paying now, and we're doubling our living space in a nice neighborhood that we love. Like, it's worth it. It's just the pain. So I'm telling my buyers, be prepared to be a little bit annoyed. They're asking for a lot of paperwork. Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. We can meet over some coffee. You can come over to my place and we can use my printer, all my ink if we need to make sure that you have all your paperwork. But that's my biggest issue, if it's a real issue with the NACA program, is that they require a lot of paperwork. And I don't care, because no down payment, no closing, no fees, no PMI, a killer interest rate. I think that we're actually going to end up getting a 2.75 fixed interest rate for 30 years. No PMI. I mean, it's just amazing. So I would do it all over again tomorrow if I absolutely had to. I would sit there for another 4 hours for the workshop if I had to, because to me, it's worth it. That extra money can go towards a vacation, and I love vacations. Last year we went to Mexico, and then we spent 10 days in California. I love vacations, so that's all you had to tell me is sit here for 4 hours, you can go on a 10-day vacation again, and I am all in. So if you're thinking about buying a house, the very first step is pre-qualification. They take that information, you find a house, you get pre-approved, all that good stuff. I want to sort of kind of change my first step. I want you to definitely get pre-qualified with your bank. Say you're with State Employees Credit Union, who's known for having a great mortgage deal. Sure, go to State Employees Credit Union, go to your Wells Fargo, but I want you to then check out NACA's program, and I want you to compare it, because this comparison is going to affect your life for the next 5 or more years when it comes to home ownership. So definitely look at what you're familiar with, and then look at the NACA program, connect it, compare it, and it all comes down to the numbers. In all honesty, it comes down to the numbers. Do you want to pay $1,800 a month in mortgage for something that you can pay $1,100 a month for? So if you have any questions, I can definitely register you for the next workshop. There's one coming up this weekend on Saturday, another one the following Friday, and another one the following Saturday. So there's pretty much always a NACA workshop going on here in Charlotte. There's also some in Raleigh, North Carolina. If you're one of my Greensboro peeps, you have to come to Raleigh or go to Charlotte. You have to do one of those in order to take advantage of this program. But it really is a good program. If you're pre-approved, fine. I want you to take a look. Take a second look at the NACA program and just make sure that you're doing what's best for you and your family and your pocket, okay? So that's my 2 cents for today. Down below, I'm going to put some information about the NACA program. Feel free to reach out to me, 980-319-3664. That is my cell phone. And I'll be happy to register you and answer any questions that you may have about the program. But I'll definitely register you for the program. And then if you just have any questions, period, about the home buying process, call me or tweet me at Queen City Ash. I'm here to answer your questions. But again, I wish I could sit on top of a mountain and just scream, go get a NACA loan, because it makes financial sense in the long run. It makes financial sense. So I went on for 10 minutes about one program. That's how excited I am about this program. So anyway, have an awesome day. Stay warm. It's supposed to warm up this weekend. I'm sick of this weather, like most of you are. So have a good day, and I hope to hear from you soon. Bye.